We welcome you back to CBS Mornings. It's 8:30. Last night's episode of Survivor 50 in the hands of the fans had a game-changing advantage thanks to YouTube superstar Mr. Beast. This episode was huge in a stunning twist. Castaway Rick Devens flipped a coin to win Immunity Idol. It also increased the prize money for this season's winner from $1 million to $2 million. That was big. But who was voted off and who became the fifth member of the jury? So we're going to pause for a moment because if you haven't watched it yet, you really don't want to know what's going to happen here. 1, Mississippi, 2, Mississippi. We're going. Now take a look at who was voted off last night.
15th person voted out of Survivor 50 and the fifth member of our jury. Steph, that's 6. That's enough. Need to bring me a torch.
Not surprised.
Steph, the tribe has spoken.
Thanks.
Time for you to go.
Can I have a hug?
Of course. Thanks for coming back out.
Thanks. It was amazing.
The voted off castaway Stephanie LaGrossa.
She just
Kendrick joins us, I know.
She just said it.
Joins us first on CBS Mornings. Yeah, Stephanie's just telling.
Say that louder part.
Yes.
I needed
Use
a
your
hug.
outside voice.
I needed a hug from someone I could trust.
Yes, I know, because Stephanie, let me tell you, there was a lot of betrayal last night.
A lot.
Who betrayed you the most, do you think? Because I didn't think you were going to go last night.
Well, first of all, it was a mess, right? The whole thing was a mess. Honestly, I really thought I was still with Suri and Ozzy. I did. So I felt betrayed by them. I did. And then Joe, yet again, knowing, goes over and tells Suri our whole plan. And I'm like, Joe, what are you doing? You're supposed to be with Jonathan and I. You didn't tell us about Coach and Chrissy. And Suri tells you, they got to go. We got to get them 2 birds with 1 stone. This is our chance.
But you were accused of not telling the truth, too. At one point, they said to you, man up, tell the truth. You
Rizzo.
know what,
Good old Rizzo.
Rizzo said that to you. Said, man up, you know what you said.
And I was telling the truth, actually. You know, I didn't want to throw Jonathan under the bus.
Yeah.
It was Jonathan's idea to take out Ozzy, try to make a big move.
Yeah.
As soon as Rick went on his tangent, because Joe goes and tells Suri, so Suri now knows the whole deal, I was like, I'm not going to throw Jonathan under the bus. He's my main alliance. He's the only guy out here left I can trust.
Yeah.
I'm going to flip it back on Aubrey and Devens. If for some reason we can't get Devens out, it'll be Aubrey. So there's a lot you didn't see.
But for people that don't know all the characters, because listen, I got to be honest, I just started watching this season.
Yeah.
Now I'm all caught up in it. But for people who don't watch the show, you first went on the show when you were 21 years old.
25.
21 years ago, you were 25 years old. And you said, now a lot has changed in your life. You have children, but you said, good luck. It was an honor to be here. When you were voted off, did you feel that way? Because you said this was hard for you.
I've always been a good sport. I'm not a sore loser. I mean, nobody likes to lose, right? But I do have 3 kids now. And it was important.
And you say that to, well, you say 3 kids, meaning what for you?
Well, I mean, it's a different time in my life. And I've got to teach them, you got to lose gracefully, right? You can't always win.
Got to teach them game theory.
And game theory, yeah. And like,
alliances sometimes aren't what they appear.
No, and life's tough. And alliances are meant to be broken. You know what I mean? They just are. And as much as I gave Suri my word very early in the game, before the game, I mean, we have a long background, a long history. This is the 4th reality show we've done together.
Now speaking of that, you talk about trust, and that is really one of the biggest factors when it comes to some of these reality shows, especially, this and Traders you mentioned. But Suri said that you have this lack of a poker face.
Correct. I'm not a good liar.
You're not a good liar.
I'm not, especially with people that know me.
Yeah, so what is it like hearing that and then knowing that about yourself?
Yeah.
And also realizing a big part of being successful on Survivor is being able to lie successfully.
So I lied successfully to Mike White. He did not think he was going home, and he told me after the fact, you're a really good liar. So I do pat myself on the back for that, okay? But with somebody like Suri around who knows me so well, it's very hard, which is why I told her about my steal a vote. You know what I mean? Now, did I think she was going to go run to Rizzo right away and tell him and backstab me there?
But would you say to her, Suri, why'd you do that?
I didn't know until I watched the show. So in hindsight, I'm like, what is she doing? She's taken out every single ally of mine who I think's hers the whole time.
Talk to us real briefly about the auction and the letters from the loved ones, because that was an emotional bid.
That was
Mr.
emotional.
Beast,
That was amazing. I got like 12 letters from my brothers, my parents, my children, my husband. That was amazing to be able to get that out there. And that's the third time I've been to the auction. I'm the only
Yes.
person on Survivor ever that's gone 3 times.
Was it cool to see Mr. Beast? Because he changed the game with the
And
2 million
Mr.
prize.
Beast,
Yes.
my kids love him.
Of
Yes.
course they
Like,
do.
he's a big deal.
Yeah.
So, unfortunately, his twist is part of the reason I went home.
Yeah.
So I've got a bone to pick with Mr. Beast. You hear me, Mr. Beast?
Around here, Nate is Mr. Beast.
Yeah, Nate is Mr. Beast. Who do you think is going to win? Because you're a member of the jury. Who are you picking to win it all?
Honestly,
Last man standing.
I'm a little worried for Jonathan because it looks like Joe is not. He's got nobody left. But I'm going to pick Jonathan. He's playing
Okay.
a great game.
Okay.
Go.
All right, Stephanie
Write it
LaGrossa.
down.
Thank you so much, Stephanie
Thank
LaGrossa Kendrick.
you.
Now, next Wednesday, we will have another exclusive for you, a preview of next week's Survivor 50 episode. Survivor airs Wednesday night at 8/7 Central, right here on CBS, and of course, streaming on Paramount Plus. And next Thursday, we will be joined by the next eliminated contestant.
Dun, 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 dun.